Powered by Riverside.
Hey, welcome to BJB Today. It is Thursday. Beautiful day out there today and tomorrow, so get out and enjoy it. Tim Kruger here with you. Thanks so much for being a part of our efforts here, and thanks so much for subscribing. Make sure you do if you haven't. You can hit that little button down the lower right-hand corner, the little red button that says YouTube. Just click on that and subscribe, and you'll get notifications when these shows drop every day. Today, we're just going to kind of quickly recap basketball and then kind of give you a baseball preview going into the weekend. But first, we want to talk about Vino Mas. Go to Vino Mas. 2 great locations. Great place to go have wine, buy wine, eat some charcuterie, delicious products. And they got great charcuterie boards. And so check them all out. It's Vino Mas, 2 locations, one in Legacy and one in Eagle Run. Wine tasting tomorrow night at the Eagle Run location. If you're a member of Wine Club, the wine tastings are free, and you get wine from all over around the world. If you belong to the Wine Club, it's awesome. And as I've mentioned many times, great, great, great customer service. So check them out. That's Vino Mas. Yeah. I just want to say this again. If you are listening to this and have season tickets and didn't go last night, you better bet damn well had a good reason. The crowd was so disappointing. I mean, I get the average casual fan isn't going to show up, but come on, people. That the club side lower bowl was 2/3 empty when the game started. There's just no excuse for that. It's just look, I know it hasn't gone the way we wanted to this year, but we still had a lot to play for last night and still have a lot to play for on Saturday. And I would hope that on Saturday, when it's senior night, and it's Nick Graves, but more importantly, Josh Dix, who's poured his heart and soul into this season and gone through so much, you need to be there, support him, honor him on senior night. It's a 4:30 tip. It's a perfect time to go downtown, maybe have some dinner afterwards, whatever. There's just no excuse not to show up Saturday. And it's a huge game. It's against a very good, probably the hottest team in the Big East right now, Providence. And it's going to be a big, big battle and a tough battle. And so show up, be loud. There's still a lot to play for. And there's still, the 4 seed is still at play. Even though we lost, we could have almost clinched it, or at least clinched the 5 last night with a win. Now, it's basically what it's boiled down to is there's 4 teams, Providence, DePaul, Creighton, Seton Hall battling for 2 spots, the 4 and the 5. Seton Hall has a very difficult schedule left. Let's start with them because they're currently in 4th place, but they play UConn Saturday at UConn and then have St. John's the following week. Their other game, I believe, is Xavier on the road. So, yeah, they play St. John's last Saturday of the season when Creighton is off. So they go to UConn, and then they go to Xavier on Tuesday. That's not going to be an easy game for them either. So they have a real chance here, guys, to lose 3 games. They really do. At least 2. That would give them the 10-loss mark where we're currently at. So we win both those. And then it kind of depends on DePaul at that point because DePaul is currently tied with us in the loss column. DePaul, though, doesn't exactly have an easy road either. Sunday, they're going to go play Marquette. So we be root for Marquette on Sunday. That's an FS1 game at 3 o'clock. Then they have Villanova coming into Chicago. So another chance for a loss. Now, how motivated is Villanova going to be? I don't know. They play a big game Saturday against St. John's. It's the big Fox game on Saturday night at St. John's. St. John's going to be hungry. So maybe they lose that one, and they're like, okay, we need to get back on the right track and put everything into that DePaul game. Because Villanova can't move up or down the standings. They're pretty much stuck at the 3rd seed in the Big East. So there's still a really wide opportunity to get number 4 and at least clinch number 5. A win over Providence and a loss by DePaul would not clinch it. There would still be one game, and DePaul has a tiebreaker over us. But then one DePaul loss, 2 DePaul losses obviously would clinch for us. 1 DePaul loss and a win-win for us would clinch it. So, I'm sorry, 2 loss. Yeah, 1 loss by DePaul at that point would clinch because they'd be a game behind us. So if we win and they would lose another one, it's clinched. So we could possibly take care of business here Saturday and next week. So early next week we could have it all done and wouldn't have to watch the games over the weekend to figure out where we're going to land. Just to eliminate, we would eliminate Providence with a win Saturday. They would not at that point would not have a chance to get to the 5 seed. So a lot to play for, like I said. I get that. I get this team is frustrating. I get sometimes it's hard to watch. Last night was a pretty entertaining game. I mean, except for the bad turnovers we had. We just had so many unforced turnovers. I just don't get it sometimes. We missed 2 point-blank shots the last 20 seconds to win the game. Sometimes it does bounce your way, but man, it just doesn't seem like it's ever bouncing our way this year. Yeah, we had some lucky wins. Sure, we did. Seton Hall, Georgetown. I get that. But Xavier, 3 wins that probably had no business winning. But on the other hand, we've had a couple like these, the 2 DePaul games. So anyway, Saturday's a whole new ball game. Get out, support the Jays. Senior night. Support Josh Dix in his final game at Creighton. And let's see if we can. Well, it's just so frustrating because it seems like we're getting close to pulling things together. And then, Fedor starts off great last night, then has a bad 35 minutes the rest of the way. Poor defense, and taking bad shots on offense. And Blake never got into a rhythm. Schwartz never got into a rhythm. Jason Green played really hard, but then made some uncharacteristically bad turnovers. Josh Dix had bad turnovers. Nick Graves just held us in making free throws, really. And yeah, it's really frustrating. So let's see what Saturday holds. See what kind of conversation we're having Monday morning. Game's at 4:30. Let's have a huge crowd. All right. Infusion Brewing Company. Go to infusionbrewing.com. Check out all they have to offer. The tremendous line of beers. I've talked ad nauseum about the dill pickle beer. They now have the spicy dill pickle beer, which is great with Bloody Marys. And all the other brands they have, they're getting their spring summer line put out now. So go down their tasting room. You can check all the hours at the website, infusionbrewing.com, and go down to the tasting room. It's a great tasting room. They got tons of beer to try out, and they've also some great merchandise for purchase. So check them out. That's Infusion Brewing, infusionbrewing.com. All right, here's the baseball preview. We're going down to Texas. Played Tarleton a couple of times. And I just want to review the stats first. Like the pitching has been bad, There's no way around it. What's kind of crazy though is like it's all happened in just a few games. Because if you look at the total numbers, we've given up 50 runs in 6 games, so that's a lot. We've outscored our opponents 11-4 in the first inning. Weird thing. But then we've given up double digits in the second inning and the 5th inning. So what that tells me is that starters are not going very far. Jack Pinow's been great. The other 2 guys have struggled a little bit, but that middle relief is just killing us right now. And some of the ERAs you see when you look at the stats, and I get it, you know, it's only been 6 games. But we've got guys, Jimmy Burke's at 54. He's had 2 bad outings. Max McClellan's at 40. Brian Gould's at 18. Shane Curtin, a guy that's been around, is at 16. Henry Prindle's at 13.5. Those are astronomically high ERAs. I get it, it's early. But, those guys I mentioned, 3 of the guys I mentioned have pitched in 2 different games. They just haven't been able to get out of their innings. I mean, we're just really bad. We're allowing opponents right now to hit let's see, 354. That ain't good. Some of our guys are giving up at 750 batting average so far. So we've got to clean that up. The walks haven't been outrageous. It's been even. The strikeouts have been okay. We've given up a lot of home runs so far. 6. That grand slam in the UC San Diego game was a killer. We could have at least got 1 out of that road trip had we closed that game out when we were up 6-3 late. Hitting, the good news is hitting is we're hitting the ball decent. We're getting a little power. We're getting guys on base. So that's the good thing. But we got to turn this around from a perspective of getting pitching and then getting some timely hitting and it's just going to come down. We got a better pitching. So here's what's set up this weekend. And by the way, there's no TV coverage, which is really horrible. It's all live stat stuff, which is bad. 2:00 Friday afternoon. So 2:00 tomorrow, we take on Tarleton State. Jack Pino will be on the mound. Jack's got a 4 ERA. He didn't pitch badly. He's been right in there. 9 inning pitch, 8 hits. So Tarleton's pitcher is Brian Panetton. He has a 3.12 ERA. So we're gonna bring our bats. Saturday, and there's a little bit of surprise, but they're trying to make a change in the rotation to kind of get Maggers out of there. Ian Kuzman, who struggled mightily this first outing, is pitched better here of late. So he's going to get the nod on Saturday against Aiden Coleman, against Abilene Christian. It's an Abilene Christian team. That again will be at 2:00 in the afternoon on Saturday. Coleman has a 2.25 ERA. So we're going to have to bring our bats. And then the third game, the Tarleton pitcher is a 2.45. So we're going to go up some really good pitching. So it's going to be really reliant on the hitters to see if they can turn this around. The game on Sunday will be at 11 a.m. So that's basically it. These programs, Tarleton, Abilene, have really traditionally good baseball programs, obviously in the South. So that helps out a lot. So, they're Abilene's 5-3. Tarleton's 5-3. So they're both 5-3. So it'd be a nice stuff. We can get at least one here, kind of get back on the track, and then we come home next weekend. Chase Gonzaga. How about that? I have not seen far enough out in the weather. 56, possible 50% chance of rain on Friday. And although those thunderstorms look like they're going to be overnight Thursday, so we might be okay on Friday. And then Saturday, another big chance of rain. Those thunderstorms are going to be morning as well. So it looks like we should be okay Saturday as well, high of 58. So that's not bad temperature-wise. Don't have a forecast for Sunday yet, but anyway. So not bad for the first weekend of March. So get out there, support the Jays. I just I'm anxious to see how we progress here after a rough weekend. It's kind of a big weekend in my mind. Like how we gonna react to what happened. So, all right, that's your baseball preview. And remember, we've talked about RTI Threads. Go to rtithreads.com. Tons of stuff. And we talked about that baseball opener coming up next week. And you might need something a little bit, so you're nice and toasty in the stands. A nice hoodie, some fleece, some quarter zips, some long sleeve tees. They've got it all. Let's check it out. It's RTI Threads, rtithreads.com. All right, make sure hit that subscribe button. Make sure and check out. I'll post the link to our post game last night. Make sure you check that out as well. We had Murph and Jackson McAndrew, two great guests last night. Had a lot of great conversation with them. Murph was really honest about some of the things going on with the team right now, so I think you want to listen to that. And then our next show will be tomorrow. We'll have a preview of the Providence game, so check it out. Thanks.